For centuries, hunters used wooden ducks to lure live ones to within shooting range. Nowadays, they generally prefer cheaper plastic decoys. These wooden ducks are intended as decorative items for the home. We take a look at their construction. This company's flock includes males, females, and androgynous models like this one. This more elaborate male is inspired by the loon on a Canadian $1 coin. To make them, these craftsmen use eastern white pine because it's easy to carve and has a nice grain. First, a machine shapes a 5 centimetre thick slab. The slab is cut lengthwise, using half a dozen or so of these smaller pieces to make most of the duck's body. The birds range in size, from baby ducks just 10 centimetres long to Canada geese at more than half a metre long. A generous amount of carpenter's glue is applied to one side of the wood. Using a lot ensures a strong bond and prevents splitting later on. The pieces then go into a vise. It takes about 2 hours for them to bond properly. Then the excess glue is shaved away and the surfaces are evened up. Next, the block is run over something called a joiner. A roller with 3 blades shaves about 2 centimetres from the top and bottom of the duck. Each model has 3 wooden patterns, for the top, the bottom and the profile. The outline of the bird's profile is traced in pencil on the wood. Since this is a small model, 2 birds can be made with 1 block. A bandsaw trims along the trace line. This company recycles the cut-offs into firewood and shavings for farm stables. Next, another pattern is used to create the top of the bird. These patterns provide only a general shape of a particular model. The craftsman will carve the details later. Now the wood is sanded with a pneumatic drum sander, a tube of pressurized air with sandpaper stretched over it. Higher pressure is used to create sharper curves, lower pressure to make softer edges. To sculpt the bird's plumage, the craftsman uses this band sander. Here he makes 3 long grooves, 1 on top and 1 on each side of the duck. The head's made from a separate piece of wood. It's sanded to smooth out the curves. The bird's head and bill are sculpted using various shaping tools and the band sander. The underside and rear of this waddling duck are constructed. Depressions for eye sockets are carved. Glue is put on the neck to attach it to the rest of the body. The area is reinforced with 2 nails on each side. To hide the nails and smooth out the neck, the craftsman uses wood putty. Once it dries, he'll sand it smooth. Next, the duck's bill is tinted using an orange wood stain. Then a green stain is used to tint the head and neck areas. The duck's lower body is covered with a clear wood stain. This way the natural grain of the wood shows through. The front gets a clear but darker stain to mark the chest. And a darker stain also highlights the plumage in the long grooves. Green accents are added for the feathers. Next, 2 coats of white paint mark the duck's collar. Then plastic eyes are glued in place. A protective water-based varnish is sprayed on, and the duck is elevated on nails so that the underside will dry. Finally, wax is rubbed in. This makes the varnish appear uneven in places, giving the duck a worn, antique finish, like he's been around the pond a few times. So that's how they're made. And as well as ducks, you can get yourself one of these magnificent Canada geese to brighten up your lounge. I'm sure you'll agree, these are anything but foul.